PR Connections Radio presents.
Welcome to the Crypto and Cash Show. Hello, everyone. It seems like that 2 weeks went by super fast. I'm Uncle Crypto Man Dan, and I have the ultimate expert on cryptocurrency sitting right next to me on the screen, my buddy Bret Jenny.
Next to you across town.
He's going to be one of the featured speakers in September at the Breathe. I guess that is a crypto, technology program that all of you who are listening to this should attend. It's going to be what's the venue again that we went to?
The convention center, I believe.
No, I thought it was going to be at that art. What's the name? You know where they took us on the tour?
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah, well, we'll get the name of it for you later. That's don't worry.
The Marketplace Center.
Marketplace Center. That was an awesome venue.
Yeah.
And, I'm going to have a booth there as well. So I've been in contact with Stormy's people, and looks like it's going to be really, really nice. And you're going to get a lot of information if you're really into crypto and you want to learn about crypto. There's going to be so many awesome speakers there. Like I said, Bret is going to be there, and our friend Majid is going to be speaking, and just a ton of others. And so those of you who really want to get just get your feet wet into crypto, don't be, like I always say, don't be afraid of it. Embrace it. Just come on down. Let's check it out. I'll be there. Bret will be there.
Yeah, it's multifaceted reasons. Number one, it's if you want to learn about crypto, it's everything that's Web3, whether it's blockchain, metaverse, crypto, everything in between. So it just gives you an overall knowledge of who's doing what in this space and what's happening, and just an educational experience, period. And number two, even if you want to learn a little bit about it, but I don't want to delve too much into it, 70% of the attendees there will be CEOs or founders. So to say that it's a very good venue for networking is an understatement, when 70% of the attendees, like I said, are either going to be CEOs or founders. So come in and get a Web3 experience, learn about it and everything you can. And then it's also obviously a great place for networking as well. So, go through Dan or I know that I'm going to be having a discount code, a discount code here in about another month, which will significantly knock down the price from like $350 to around $100. And I'm sure Dan will do the same way. But yeah, I mean, it's a great experience for everyone. Networking, learning about Web3, meeting Dan and I, come on down.
You know what? You just educated me, because I didn't realize that a lot of the attendees would be CEOs. That just makes it even better. So
you were at the Breathe networking thing that we had last week, and you were there when they did the round of funding with the angel investors and the VCs, right? The venture capitalists.
Yes.
So we got, you got to sit there and see real venture capitalists, that one couple, right? That was, my God. They formed angel investors in Detroit. I mean, they were there to invest $10 million, and $8 million of it was their own money. So, right. It was real deal things. It was people like one guy. Remember that guy who came up with a 3D printer?
Yeah.
But it was a printer that you could take with you in your hotel room, in your car, on a construction, wherever you were. And then the one VC was complaining earlier in the day how he was really into mountain biking, and how he had a part on his mountain bike that was missing or broken, and shopping online and trying to get this one specific part for his mountain bike forever and couldn't find it anywhere. This guy went upstairs to his hotel room and printed it out on 3D and then handed him the part after his presentation.
Oh, and that's something.
Good man, sold. But you see, that's who's in the crowd at the Breathe convention are VCs, founders, CEOs, and they're all in the Web space. So if you want to learn about it, if you want to put yourself in that environment, you want to be surrounded among, people who know what they're doing and are putting their money where their mouth is, that's the place. 100%.
Yeah, That's going to be awesome, man. That couple that was doing the pitch fest. Oh my God. You know what? I was talking to a couple people. They're like, don't go up there if you don't have your stuff together. Because
yeah, I'm like, dude, I'm telling you, you will be exposed real fast. Because, dude, that couple, that husband, dude, that guy was the most real person I've ever seen in my life.
Hey, man, I got his number right in my phone. I met him the next day.
Right on.
Well, they were cool people, man. But like you say, he was, hey, man, Shark Tank has nothing on that couple.
Dude, they didn't mess around, did they? They would say something and throw a question at this, like somebody would say something like, yeah, that's great. That's web terminology. That's great. Right. But what I really mean is, and then they would say something and he would be like, just so you know, like, we're asking you questions just to see how you respond. We want to see how you respond. We want to see how you carry yourself. We want to see how you answer us. Like all these different elements they're looking for, right? You know, like he said, he goes, listen, I've got 6, you know, my wife and I have 6 kids upstairs in our hotel room. By us investing $8 million of our own money into you, that's money we are taking away from our family and our kids to invest in you. So we need to make sure that we have everything down and that we believe, you know, so you can't blame them. But you know, but they were real, like that with real conversations, no messing around. I mean,
I totally agree.
You didn't totally agree. Either you would be exposed.
Hey man, I was just sitting there, man. I was just so impressed by their knowledge. They were young.
They were super. They're probably what, early 30s, if even.
No, actually, they look young, but they're probably around 40.
Okay,
because
regardless.
they had I think they had like a 16 or 17-year-old.
Yeah, so, okay. But I mean, dude, if they're investing $8 million of their own money, think how much they really have.
Right, exactly. That ain't all of it. I can guarantee you that.
Like they're not offering up their whole nut, man. Guarantee it. You know.
That's right, man. What's going on in crypto world, man? I see Bitcoin goes up, it goes down.
It goes up, it goes down, it goes in between. So Bitcoin has been chopping. So from, you know, here's the way I look at it. And this is coming from me following and looking at different content from different respectable traders that I know in the crypto world that I've followed for years. And I know they know what they're doing. And they're all kind of the same, which is nothing really means anything at this point unless it's below 25 or above 31. So it's been ranging between that like 25,500 or 26,000 range to that $29,000, $30,000 range for like the last month. It's just been ranging, chopping up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. So there's not going to be any significant move of it going really far down unless we hit 25,000. And there's no real significant move of it really popping up unless we break 31,000.
And speaking of that,
where we've been for the last month is just sitting there, and it's until it does one or two things, it's just sitting there, you know. But I can say this, that most of the worthwhile altcoins, and altcoins are coins, cryptocurrency coins that are anything other than Bitcoin. When I say altcoins, and I would say that almost all of them in the top 20 that have real life use case utilities on them are near the record lows that they've ever been.
And on that note,
so if you want to buy some coins that you know are gonna 50x, 100x, 150x, and then some within the next bull market, now, like, you're not going to probably get them any cheaper than what they're at right now. And they're the lowest they've been for a long time. So they still might go down a little bit, don't get me wrong. And with that being said, if Bitcoin breaks below 25, like, they're going to go lower, 100%. But if it doesn't and it stays around here and eventually goes up, then right now would be a great time to buy an altcoin. I would say take the top 20 coins and pick 10 of them, and you're good to go.
On that point, ladies and gentlemen, on that point, remember this.
Go ahead.
No, I just want to let them know that, this show is strictly educational, and we're not here to teach you how to trade. We're not telling you what to buy, what not to buy. We're here to just give you education and entertainment. We're never recommending that you buy up, down, sideways, whatever. We're here to let you know that about trends and what's going on. And again, the Crypto and Cash Show, it's about education, and that's our main thing is education. But
yeah, I'm just pointing them in the right direction.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
At the end of the day, I would say this: go to CoinMarketCap.com, CoinMarketCap.com, and find the top 20 cryptocurrency coins, and do the research and find out what they do and what problem they're solving. And if you think it's a legit thing and you feel comfortable with it, I would say anything in the top 20 is in the top 20 for a reason, but that's just pointing you to where to start looking and doing your research.
Absolutely. I'm an XRP guy. So, that's
XRP is in the top 10.
Oh yeah. Again, why? You got to look at what do these cryptos, what are they tied to, and what does it do? What is the use?
Tell them what Ripple does. Tell them what XRP does.
XRP is the banking coin, pretty much, and all the banking institutions around the world are going to be going on ISO 20022. And XRP is going to be the technology that's going to link all these banks so they pretty much can talk to each other. And, that's just a simplified version of it. But when that happens, right now, all the banks are on a different code. If you're in Europe and you need to talk to the bank over in China or Mexico or whatever, it's all a different code. And XRP is slightly behind the scenes, not behind the scenes anymore, but they are connecting these banks worldwide. Their network is just unbelievable over Europe, over in Africa, over in China, all over the place. It's amazing the things that they're doing. So again, do your own research, go online, look it up. That's just one of many altcoins. There are other good altcoins out there. What other ones?
To kind of reiterate what you're saying with Ripple is like this: all the different banking system, all the different banks throughout the world have, in a sense, I'm simplifying this, their own protocol. What Ripple does is create one protocol for all of them to be on.
Absolutely.
Simple.
Hey, do you know what? Do you think that has any value considering all the banks in the world have their own different protocols?
There you go. And that's what I'm saying is that's what you look into. What problem are they solving? That has a real life utility. Banks.
Yeah, man.
Banks, dude.
Man, so just like on a real case basis, if you're traveling over in Europe somewhere, you're from the US, something happens, you walk down the wrong block, the wrong street, alley at night, you get jacked, they take your wallet, they take your purses, you need to get some money. Well, guess what? You go to the embassy, man, and you get on the phone and you call your bank back here and you need to wire me some money. Well, guess what? You think you need it today? It ain't gonna happen. It might be 2 days, it might be 3 days. If the banks are on the same protocol, it could be 4 or 5 seconds, just like Bitcoin. So
because that one message goes to all of them.
Right. So
at the same time.
Yeah. So there's some really good tech. Hey, you guys, and by the way, look at this as technologies. Okay. Don't look at it as a lot of people get caught up in the crypto like it's a currency. Yeah, it is sort of like a currency, but it's different in that the real ones have, like you said, use case technologies that do something. And whatever that do something is, it's usually something that's being done better. Just like you guys have heard Bret explain blockchain technology, and blockchain technology is awesome. Bret, why don't you go ahead and kind of like give them a quick little for those that are new.
Crypto. So crypto. It's a current. Yeah. It's the currency in a sense that value is being transferred. It's not currency in a sense of it's like a dollar bill. And I go to the grocery store and I buy a dollar bill and I can buy whatever I can with it. It's currency as far as you're transferring value. Give you an example. Like Ethereum is a blockchain that allows smart contracts. So because of a smart contract being done, you can have a lot of systems that are automated. So like, let's take, for example, a law firm. An attorney needs to sit there and drop contracts for this representation, a contract for this party, a contract for whatever it is, involves these contracts. Well, that takes work, a physical human being, to write up those contracts and to put in all the input and do all that stuff. But if you have it set up on a smart contract, you just need a basic template, and then you can input whatever proper info you need for that specific, contract, and then it can all self-automate itself and run itself. So instead of somebody working for that law firm who's doing the work of writing up that contract is being run by the blockchain. And who's ever using the blockchain to facilitate things gets the money from it. So you're not getting $1 for helping run the blockchain that gets this work done. You're getting the Ethereum for helping the blockchain get this work done. So it's a currency in a sense that you're getting value. You're doing the work, but the value that's coming to you isn't in $1. It's in the form of that value from doing that. Now you can take that Ethereum and then you can exchange it onto and cash it out for cash if you want.
Right.
But regardless, instead of getting paid in cash, you're getting paid in that blockchain payment form for doing the work on that blockchain that blockchain is doing. And that blockchain is doing the work of a lot of middlemen. Same thing with real estate. You have an escrow company that runs the title history, runs to make sure there's title liens, do all these things. You need to have title insurance, all these things. But a blockchain, you can have all that information recorded onto the blockchain. Once it's on the blockchain, it can never be changed. Now, if a new lien comes onto a property, that lien can get filed and you can add that onto the blockchain. You just can't change anything in the past on that blockchain, right? So because that blockchain is in a sense doing that middleman work, what the title company would run the title history and they would get paid in dollars in the transaction to do the title history. Well, now the blockchain is doing that work. The blockchain is verifying it. And because you're running the blockchain or help run the blockchain, you're helping to facilitate and to verify things. You get paid instead of US dollars, you get paid in Ethereum or whatever that blockchain is.
Hey, Bret,
go ahead.
How long do you think it'll be before, just like you're explaining real estate and blockchain, before it's actually implemented and started using? Because I know, for those of you that don't know, Bret is he helps the Nevada or the what is it, the Board of Realtors here in Las Vegas. He helps educate the agents about this. How long before you think they implement and start actually using the blockchain for real time purchase?
Before we have adoption, I would say 7 to 10 years. I mean, comparatively, it's probably where the internet was in like 1997.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So remember that 1999, 2000, even 2001, people are starting to get online, right?
Yeah.
2007, Steve Jobs comes out with the iPhone. We're done. That's it. The world, now you're driving, now you're in my hometown in Wisconsin, and you're driving on a country road and you're seeing a farmer on his cell phone doing his business. That's when you know there's mass adoption. Like, that's just one example, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm saying. So to get to that point, we're probably 7 to 10 years. But now looking back, that we run our entire lives on a cell phone, like it's a no-brainer of what we need to do to run our life, because we're not sitting there thinking about the computer protocols that are happening to do all these things that we need to get done with our phone, right? We just know I need to pay my bill this. I need to check my email on this. I need to check my text on this and get back to this person. Oh, that's funny. Let me send a meme on that. Let me check my social media. Let me post it. All these different things. Let me watch a movie. Let me download the song. All these things that we do, we just know what we want it to do. We don't know what it's actually doing to make that happen. So that's the way you need to look at blockchain. And blockchain will not be in mass adoption until we're to that point where you're literally using it in every facet of your life, but you don't even really know it. Like, you know you are, but you don't know how it runs, nor do you care. You just know that it made your life simpler. That's all that matters.
Man, I'm going to give you a perfect example about this. It's funny you say this. Yesterday, we were meeting some people from our church. They had booked a Mother's Day at Maggiano's. So we're going to do a Mother's Day dinner brunch at Maggiano's at 3:00. But because I'm new to Vegas, I thought that they live out in Henderson. So I thought there was another Maggiano's out there. So we leave our house, and I thought my wife had her cell phone, and she thought I had mine. And we get 4 exits down. We're down. Yeah, I'm serious, man. We were down to like Rainbow. And that's what we discovered that. And then we were like, should we go back and get the phones? And then like, you know what? It can't. Let's just go to Henderson. I know they'll tell us where Maggiano's is.
Yeah.
We get all the way out to Stephanie Boulevard. And then we realized we asked a couple people. And I thought for sure there was one out there in the mall over there. And it's all the way back on Las Vegas Boulevard. And it is like 5 minutes to 3 by the time we got there. So we are freaking out. No phone. We had to pull over. No, remember. So I mean, when you pull over to the gas station, what did you used to have over there when you needed a phone? The telephone booth.
Yeah.
So we ended up driving all the way back home, and then we got home at 3:30, and we called them. They said they could only hold the reservations because it's Mother's Day for 15 minutes. So we just said, "Oh, to hell with it." That just taught me a lesson. I will never leave that house without checking to see if I have that cell phone again in my lifetime. You gotta have it.
Yeah. So let's rewind ourselves back to 2000. Now, having that conversation of what you just said to me, would you have any idea how to grasp and understand what you're saying if this was in the year 2000 and you're saying the exact same thing right now?
Dude, 2010. 2015.
Yeah, yeah. So think of being back in 2000, and you like right now you're like, man, it just made me realize my whole life is dependent on it because it does just basic little things. Yes. And that's how you run your life now, and you associate running your life now. But if you were explaining what you just said right now, back in 2000, you'd be like, what the hell is this guy? You wouldn't be able to really what do you mean it's every day in my life? What do you mean I can just get directions on my what do you mean? And that's what I say about like blockchain right now is just sit back, strap on your seatbelts. We're gonna get there.
Yeah, I guess so, man. It's kind of crazy. Well, I tell you, man, this whole technology of cryptocurrency, Web3, metaverse, and what's the other thing that is very popular? NFCs. Do you
NFTs?
What is your opinion about NFCs? Because
NFTs.
NFTs. Yeah.
Well, the whole JPEG thing behind it, got my attention, and I'm not into NFTs for the reason now, like I was when I first got into NFTs.
Okay.
By that I mean I had heard about NFTs as far as there's these cartoon characters, JPEGs, and they're going for thousands of dollars and blah 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 blah. And that whole idea is like 98% of them are scams and there's nothing behind them and all that stuff.
Right.
But that trend, what that did is that made me start paying attention to what an NFT was, and then I started thinking in terms of, well, how is this forget these cartoon character JPEGs? How is an NFT associated with real life utility? And that's where I'm interested in, which is real life utility. So we can have a whole conversation about the cartoon JPEGs. Honestly, at the end of the day, it's memberships. Like okay, you want to go to a Tony Robbins seminar, and you see like these real estate masterminds, right?
Right.
Like $25,000 to get together with other high net worth individuals, and what you're doing is you're paying a lot of, like a frat, dude. You're paying a lot of money for a network of people, right? So that's what a lot of them resemble now, like the NFTs that are worth thousands of dollars. It's because it's basically a membership into a Discord chat with all these other people that can help you whatever and excel in their areas. So it makes sense because you're networking with the right people.
Yeah.
But for other real life utilities, I'm talking about like with homes, right? So all an NFT is proof of digital asset, and it's on a blockchain. A blockchain can never be changed, and it's completely. And you're proof of that. Your house.
Bret,
I go on chain. That
we're I think we're having some technical difficulties.
Yeah, we're running out of time too. So
yeah. So why? Hey, well, you know what? We'll continue this conversation in a couple of weeks on our next Crypto and Cash show. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for attending today. You know, again, we just try to throw a little bit at you. We want you to join this industry, and when I say join it, I mean really learn about it. So, you know, again, thanks again. We'll try to come up with some new subjects to help you learn a little bit more next week, and more importantly, have a little fun while you're doing it. So my co-host, Miss Bret Jenny, my man, it's good to see you again. I know you yelled at me the other day, but I was on the road, so we got to circle back. All right, my friend. All right, I'll talk with you guys. Everybody have a good one, and we'll see you in a couple weeks.
Thanks, everyone.